the first word that comes to mind is community, because that's how I've always experienced it. It's about the people for me, and I believe that that's where a lot of the healing comes from. Not to sound too woo-woo or out there, but I think that the energy is just so much better for healing than we know. There's a lot biologically we still don't know about how the brain's firing and working while we're watching ASMR. But I do know this: it starts with a human connection. When you were a kid and raised your hand for the teacher to come over, or your best friend was typing next to you, whatever it was that set off that first trigger, it was probably a human connection. Stress, insomnia, depression. For me, it's addiction issues. For you, it may be something else. But we need each other more than ever. And while the science isn't known yet, what we do know is the way that we feel when we connect through this method.
Hi, my name is Alicia and I run a YouTube channel called ASMR with ALLIE. Today I just want to make a quick video talking about the importance of mental health, my own experiences with mental health, and how I believe ASMR really does improve our mental health and create just a general better well-being. So mental health is extremely important in our lives. If we are not feeling our best, then it can really cause a ruckus in our life. And I know this from personal experience, from suffering from an eating disorder, and it really messes up how you think, how you feel, and it created a lot of anxiety for me. And I found, I'm saying "and" a lot, sorry, and I found comfort in ASMR videos. It was a way for me to slow down and breathe and feel calm and relaxed. And there really is a connection between the ASMR artist, the person behind the camera, and the viewer. You feel so much closer to them than you would a normal YouTuber or influencer or celebrity or role model. There's a really strong connection between the two, which is why I really used ASMR to help deal with the feelings that come with having an eating disorder and having a screwed up mental things in your mind. And yeah, I just wanted to say that if you are suffering, know that it's okay. And mental illness comes in all shapes, forms, sizes, anything. It doesn't matter who you are, what you are privileged to have or not privileged to have. We can all feel terrible, and it's extremely important to ask for help, find help, and do things that make you happy. If you are struggling, I really hope that you do get help and try out ASMR, see how it can help improve your mental health like it did for me.
Hi there, I'm Laura and I'm from the UK, and I have two YouTube channels. One of my channels is an ASMR channel. It's called MINX Laura 123 ASMR, and I've always been very open about the fact that I have anxiety, and I've also gone through bouts of depression throughout my life as well. But with the anxiety, it is more of a kind of everyday thing. It's pretty much every morning I wake up feeling anxious, and I have to then get through the day and try and kind of, keep calm, keep relaxed. And ASMR really helps me with my anxiety, whether it's making videos for other people, because it's, a hobby for me now and I love helping others, and also watching other people's ASMR videos, because that helps me to relax and calm down. If I'm having a panic attack, it helps me to relax and stuff. So ASMR really does help so many people, including myself, with anxiety.
Hello my darlings. Now, this is just a brief video from me today in support of the It's Okay campaign, and I thought this would be a wonderful opportunity to share my mental health story with you all. This is not something that I've discussed on my channel before, so I'm going to do this quickly, like I'm ripping off a plaster, and just spill everything to you in one swift motion. I personally experience generalized anxiety disorder, social anxiety, seasonal affective disorder, and also body dysmorphic disorder. So these things are a part of me. They are never going to go away, and so I try my best to live with them. ASMR has been a blessing to me, as I know it has been to many others. It's not only a creative outlet for myself, but it is a way to connect with other people, and the ASMR community is truly one of the most unique and caring communities out there in the whole world. I really mean that. I often get stuck with overthinking, and I sometimes just can't break out of my mind, can't break out of my thoughts, and it's an enduring cycle that can go on and on and on. And I don't know, ASMR is something that has really helped me when I'm in those times of need and I need to focus on something that's outside of myself. If you know my channel, you know I'm a big fan of visual triggers, and that's one of my favourite ways to calm down and relax, because personally I feel like having something to focus on, something that's in my view that's a distraction, just makes me feel so much better. It really does. Okay, so for me, ASMR is like having a friend that you can always count on, and it's always there for you. Doesn't matter what you need, there's someone there for you, and there's always someone to reach out for, even if it isn't something specific that you need. You know, maybe you don't know what you need right now. Doesn't matter. ASMR has you covered. There's something for everyone. Everyone is invited, and everyone is included. It's a really, really special thing and really important in my whole life. So, just want to finish off by saying that ASMR is incredibly special to me. It's done a lot for me, and I hope that I can help you in some way, even just a little bit, just to make things a little bit better. So, lots of love to you all. I hope that you find what you need, and just remember, you are never alone, and it's okay to say that you're not okay. Take care, my darlings.
I feel like a bit of a fraud in a way doing a video like this, because I don't have depression or anxiety diagnosed or anything. I don't suffer majorly with either of those. However, I think it's important to remember the people who do feel like this, and remember that if you are someone who feels like this but it's not been diagnosed, you shouldn't just think, oh, it's nothing. So it all started basically when I had a long distance relationship. We met online. We were 4 hours from each other if you take train journey into consideration and driving, whatever. And I used to go see him, he used to come see me once a month, and we it was about a week at a time we'd see each other for, which is very intense. And I was only 17/18 at the time. And it was when that relationship started that I started feeling really anxious. I think it was because, well, we never saw each other, so, and, oh, hardly ever saw each other, you know. And I would just spend, my social life basically just suffered because I would just spend all my time in my bedroom on the Xbox talking to him, and that was all I did all day every day. And I'd get so anxious if I was away from it, if I had to go to college, and I was just like, what's he doing, what's going on, you know. I just couldn't relax. That's when the anxiety started, really. And then when we broke up, it got even worse. I'd sit there and I remember just like eating, and I couldn't eat very well. Like, it would take me so long to eat, or I couldn't eat. I couldn't stomach anything. I'd be putting my makeup on for work, and I'd just be feeling so anxious, and I'd feel sick, and I would just feel, I mean, I've got issues anyway with feeling sick. I feel sick so often. That's why I think I have a thing with gluten anyway. But that was anxiety related. The sicknesses were very different. Yeah, and I just, ugh. And yeah, it's kind of, it comes and goes even now. This was 10 years ago, and it comes and goes. Sometimes I'll sit there and I get this feeling in the pit of my stomach, and I think, what am I nervous about? What am I doing today that makes me so nervous? Oh yeah, nothing. Sometimes driving makes me really anxious, like if I'm driving with someone else in the car and whatever. I'm driving somewhere I've never been before. I think that's normal, but it's when you're sort of just sitting there and you've got nothing going on in your life that makes you feel that way, but you still feel that way. In terms of depression, in the past I did think I had it because I just felt so down all the time. It was to the point where my mum was worried about me. And even now, sometimes I get tearful and I cry for no reason. And I don't know why I'm crying. And it's just like, it's horrible, and you get that really sad feeling. But ASMR really helps me with sleeping. So I used to find it really hard to sleep because I was anxious, and ASMR really helped massively with that. Obviously, if you do have severe problems with your mental health, you need to seek a professional's help. Not just rely on, you know, ASMR. It's great if you're thinking, oh god, I really can't sleep, I'm really nervous about such and such tomorrow. That's fine, but I think mental health issues hit all of us at some point, and it's whether it's too major that you can't deal with yourself, you have to seek help, or if it's like my personal experience where it's always been manageable for myself, I've always managed to manage it. Always managed to manage, because I've not really suffered massively, but I have still suffered in a way, and I'm still just going through it every now and then, one day at a time. You know, that's all we can do. So you're not alone in whatever you're going through. You are really not alone. Oh my god, I can't stress that enough, to be honest with you. You're not alone in anything negative that you're going through. That's what is really important to remember. But also, it's important to remember to seek help if it gets too much to handle, and that's no shame in that at all. Take care.
Hello, my name is Sydney. I am the creator of Fairy Blossom and Friends ASMR. And I personally in my life have struggled with depression and anxiety and addiction. I go deep into my story on a video on my channel, but just a brief synopsis. I struggled with horrible social anxiety, agoraphobia. I was scared to leave and go places. I'm super fortunate that I was able to start medicine and have been in therapy for 7 years, and I got out of a dark place that I thought I would never get out of. One thing I definitely still struggle with a bit is depression and motivation, finding motivation and loneliness, because I often feel like I don't belong am super grateful to the ASMR community because